Hello, everybody. We are super glad that you're here today. Hello. Hi. So I know there was some question about whether or not we were going to go on today because, it looks like we just lost Doll. Because I know for a lot of people today is a holiday in the U.S. It's like the 4th of July observed. So if you work at like a regular kind of a gig, regular job, that you might actually have today off, and wouldn't that be lovely? So Doll is back. Let's add her back into the stream. Yay. So, hi, everybody. Hi. We're so glad you guys made it back. Let's go around and introduce everybody. I'm Lisa Daly. This is my channel. And here are my fabulous co-hosts today. Let's start with you, Doll, and we'll just go around the circle to Sako.
Hello there, humans. I'm Books Cecil Runo. I'm a partially blind writer, also known as the Ace from Space. I write, of course, primarily sci-fi, but I'm a genre hopper, and I do other genres with short stories and a little bit of poetry. My channel is currently taking a break, but if you want to follow me and see what's happening in the here and now, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Books Cecil Runo.
Awesome. Fantastic. Robert, the story detective / bat Sith. Tell us all about you.
Well, by day, I am the story detective. I come from a story background from sequential art and words. So we take all forms of storytelling on my channel, break them down, put them under a Sherlockian microscope, and give the analysis to the viewers so it can hopefully make their craft journey easier. I also do tech reviews and have plans for some other things coming up in the future on my channel. So stay tuned.
I love that you say, like, oh, I've experienced through sequential art. Hello, you're like famous comic artist.
Worked for, aka worked for Marvel Comics.
Yeah,
like seriously.
Sequential art, though. Okay, we love that. I'm sorry, we're keeping Robert's
no, that's the legit term for it, though. Like,
I know, I get that, but like
we were just joking.
The people that are in our fabulous audience might be like, oh, sequential art, that sounds interesting. They have no idea how cool you guys are. All right, so, right? But now they do. Okay. Amy Awesome Buddy is joining us today.
She closed so many windows, too.
It is no surprise that as soon as she tries to introduce me, the gremlins mess her up again. I'm Amy Awesome Buddy, also known as the Gremlin Mancer among my friends who suffer from my tech curse, my tech gremlin curse. I'm an SEO consultant, and I became friends with a couple people on the screen here, and I'm happy to be here in the stream. So thank you for having me. I don't have a YouTube channel, but I do have a Twitter.
So. Thank you very much, Abe. I'm not showing that I have any interruption at all. So it's terrible that you guys all see me as a robot. All right, Michelle, let's introduce you. Hi, welcome.
Hi, I'm Michelle Schusterman. I'm a middle grade and young adult author, and my YouTube channel is Writing Workshops, Traditional Publishing Chat, and Writing Vlogs.
Very nice. Sakatumi, welcome today. Tell us all about you.
Howdy, neighbors. I'm Sako Toomey, also known as Cass Voight. I write horror, urban fantasy, supernatural horror, I don't know. I am also a witch, a chaos witch, and I am a graphic designer, sequential artist, photographer, etc. And sometimes I combine all those three things into one project, oftentimes, in fact. If you are interested in videos on marketing, I have a whole playlist of them on my channel, probably in the description as well. Try sometime. I would love to see you.
Very good. Very nice, everybody. Well, thank you guys for being here today. All right. Let's say hello to our fabulous chatters today. Claude was first. For those of you who are wondering where Carol is, she had to work today. Bonsoir. All right. Where is Claude? I can't recall.
France?
Yeah, Claude said he is a French speaker, so that's why I said bonsoir.
Oh, very nice.
French. He speaks French. So I don't know if he's in France or not.
All right.
Maybe Canada.
Claude's another person who could have helped me the other last week with my with my not very good call to my Czech cover artist living in Paris. That would have been very helpful. All right. So hello, Claude. We are super welcome. Oh, super welcome. We are super glad to see you. I'm so glad you made it today. And I could see from your little icon or your little emoji there that you are ready to write. All right, fantastic. Precious Cousins is here. Hello, very nice to see you. I guess it was me. Was I the disappeared? It was okay. Now she says, "Oh, hi, everybody." So apparently we're all back. All right, and Mary's here. Hello, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
We're glad to see you today. JL is here. Yay!
Hi.
You're just in time. I haven't even sent out the little thing on Facebook yet, so you totally made it. Hello. Very good. We were also like a minute late because we were trying to figure out where is everybody, and then all of a sudden everybody was here at once. So I feel like maybe, I don't know, if I have internet problems today, I guess you guys will definitely let me know. It seems okay. But who knows?
It's either really good or really bad.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, yay, we're really good, and then
yeah,
and then we're really good.
I don't it's clear as it can be here. I'm the only one in the house at this moment, so I shouldn't have any problems that way. But
Home alone.
But so nobody else is sucking up bandwidth or anything. But although we have the super duper internet, so honestly, I should be able to have 30 of my closest friends in here all streaming, and it should still be fine. And I think we all know that doesn't happen. But it might have something to do with the fact that we've got Elsa out there churning away, although it seems like not yet because I'm not really seeing much right now. All right, here we go. Mary is off work today. I can fully tune in. Yay! We're super glad to see you. That is fantastic. Well, we should get focused right away. Claude is from Quebec. Very nice.
Bonjour.
I was right.
Then it is bonjour. Thing. Yeah.
Yes, very, very nice. Hello, Michael Chen. Yay, we're so glad to see you. JL's like, bonjour. All right, comment ça va?
Bonjour. And I'm going to start singing the bell song.
Nice. Love it. I freeze sometimes, but I thought it was my connection. Well, if
it was not you,
maybe it's probably me. All right, you guys. So let's have a quick chat about what everybody's going to work on today. You guys in the chat, let me know. Let me know what you guys are planning on working on today. I still have my brain in kind of holiday mode. I'm not quite sure why. But I'm going to try and get some work done on the rom-com that I have been working on. And I'm in a kind of a sad part. So I've been kind of moody and blue all week while I've been writing.
Oh.
From writing this, do you guys do that? I very much find my emotions mirror whatever I'm writing.
I can't look. The second book, and I know,
right? Of kissing, and I love laughing.
I know everyone tells us not to write a sequel. Shit. Wonky Wi-Fi.
No, you're good now. You're good now.
I'm good now.
We rejoined just in time for shit.
Oh no.
No, we're good. We're writers. We know all the words. We lost her again.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is.
Yeah.
Okay. My laptop is just deciding. Oh, I'm gonna do updates now, and I'm like, no, you won't.
All right. Well, you're good. You're good now. So, what were you just about to say? I just mentioned moodiness associated with books.
Yeah.
And you said
and
sequel.
I was gonna people always tell us not to write sequels, right? If you're traditionally publishing, don't write a sequel, work on another thing that's different, blah blah blah. I don't care. I'm blind. I'm gonna prepare in case.
She's gone.
Now we don't know.
Sad. It's so sad.
It's so sad.
All right.
It's so sad. It's just.
So what are you working on today, Michelle? Oh, sorry, I just lost you again.
I'm freezing too much. Damn.
You're freezing a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah. It's okay. It's going to be fine. We're going to do our 5-minute and it's all going to work out.
Yes.
So let's go around really fast.
It's going to work out.
It's going to be okay. Story D, what are you working on today?
I'm working on the second draft of my manuscript, and I think I'm more prepared this week. I have, since I'm working on the second draft, every few pages there's a new character and a new voice to tweak and make original. So I've brought notes and examples, and I think I'm ready for this current character.
Yay! Okay, fantastic. How about you, Michelle?
I'm working on my Camp Nano book today. Yay!
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Michelle is doing camp.
I am. I'm very excited. It's a middle grade adventure and it's super fun so far. And I have been making really good progress on it. I've got my beat sheet opened up here and I'm trying to get a little more like thought out scenes for Act 1. That's kind of my goal for the next couple days.
Excellent. Excellent. How about you, Sako?
I should be working on my Nano project, but I already have 40,000 words out of 50,000 words.
Okay.
So I'm going to change direction a little bit, and I'm going to restart my Vela project.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I had 10 stories and character development and all of that, secondary characters, etc. On my old computer, and then the hard drive went tits up, and now I'm starting from scratch to recreate what I had. So
I think that's what's happening with my laptop. It's like, I'm too old for StreamYard. I'm sorry.
yeah, maybe.
All right. Just in honor of Sako Tumi's pain, I believe we should all take a moment and save our work.
Yes.
Right?
Put it on the cloud. Put it on the cloud.
Yeah. Well,
I did not do that, and now I'm suffering for it.
Yeah, I will often, like periodically throughout my project, and obsessively by the end of the project, I will email the latest draft to myself, just in case, like even though it's on the cloud, but just in case the universe falls apart, I want to have one more place where I can get that document, because I have had a similar thing happen. Not that much lost, but like a chapter or a chapter and a half lost, and you just like, because your computer, like your hard drive croaks, and you can never, it's never as funny, it's never as good. You can get it close and the reader will like it, but you know that there was a better version.
The original was better.
Right. Yeah. You know that exists in an alternate universe, and you can never get back to that timeline. So
that's why I pay a lot of attention to my word choice, because I memorize it. Like when it's really good, I want to memorize it in case anything goes wrong. No one can take that away from my memory.
No. Well, make sure that not just you that you're not the only one memorizing it, that you have another electronic device.
Yeah, of course.
Got it locked in its brain as well. Okay.
Absolutely.
Look who's here.
What a lovely profile pic. Holy cow.
It is.
No.
Gremlin's got Lisa.
You're welcome. I think you're brand new. So hi. Oh gosh, I was just saying welcome. We're not usually so glitchy. I have no idea. Am I still frozen?
No, you're fine.
I'm just talking.
You're fine now.
Okay, good. I always think it's going to be like, like that, because we know how often I make that face, right, you guys? Oh my gosh. Anyway, hi, welcome. What kind of what do you write? And I'm so glad that you made it here today. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'd love to know a little bit more about you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, here we go. Mary says, I've been known to burst into tears at a death scene running through my head and nowhere near a computer or pen. My son has caught me in that state before. Mom, why are you crying?
Oh,
my kids just don't even. They're
Mary,
just like,
same.
They'll just be like,
Same thing. I relate.
Phone, if you don't have pen, paper, computer, right? You can always, at least, on your notes app, do a little dictation and keep it. Or write on paper napkins with crayons. I have done that before. Like whatever you have, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you have. My
Whatever
notes
you
app
have.
is so full. Like,
I
have
know.
so many notes documents.
It's good though, but then you go back and you're like trying to find something. Yeah.
Yeah.
JL says she'd love to do a nano project someday, working on a nonfiction project right now, educational book for children with special needs. Ooh, love that.
Almost ready to publish.
Tweak. Yay, JL. That is fantastic. Can I just say that when I first read that, I thought it said working on a nonfiction project right now, which gives a slightly different vibe. Adega Outlaw is here. Hello, Adega.
Good morning, Adega.
We are very glad to see you. What are you guys working on? Anybody who is not I cannot get it together today, you guys. But I'm not. Would it be bad if I went and froze then? That would be right. That seems like something that would happen to me. All right. Claude copies work once a week on an external drive, but I should have Cloud Drive too for more security. Yes, you should.
Absolutely. I had my external drive die. Finally, like not long before my hard drive went, my normal hard drive. So I have a shiny new one, and I also upload to Google just to be sure that I have some kind of record. At least I found my original notes on Google.
Well, that's a relief. That is a huge relief. La Monique says, thanks. Please let me know if I'm mispronouncing your name. Phonetic, please, for me. I'm really bad. Thanks for the profile pic, love. I've gained some pounds since taking it. Don't tell us that. Say thank you, baby. I battle back and forth whether to change it. Leave it. It looks beautiful.
Leave it. It looks beautiful.
And it's been a pandemic. I look mostly the same on my face, but if I stand up, tummy love. We're just gonna enjoy our curves this week. We're right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. We're having fun with that. Okay, Precious Cousins, I'm writing a romantic fantasy with a little sci-fi. Woo-hoo.
Cool.
Yay. La Monique's working on a client's Bible study book for publishing in the editing phase now. Awesome.
Cool.
Fantastic. What do you write? What do you write for you, La Monique? What's your genre when you're not working on client stuff, or do you just write for hire? Interested to know. All right, Mary says I make sure she makes sure she has her phone with me in case of moments like that. Right. That's always a fun thing too, like blah blah blah. Now people do it more often, but I remember like in the beginning, I felt like I was the only person talking to myself into my phone.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Lisa. But okay, tell me if you've ever done this. Do you ever say thanks or talk to you later at the end of it? I do, right? Or love you. Just because, right? Yeah. Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, very, very good. Okay. Ooh, La Monique's going to try Nano in November. We have a lot. This stream actually started a couple years ago for Nano, and we have lots.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yes, that's why we did it. So, and then at the end of November, all of our regulars were like, "We want to keep going," and so we did.
And so here we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
All right, Mary, trying to get back into writing headspace. The clutter demon has attacked my desk area again. I get to that. Like when I'm in the middle of writing, it gets a little cluttery, but then at a certain point, like it gets to be too distracting, and I have to like Exactly. Ooh, good. I feel very proud today. All right, fantastic. I write everything down. Precious Cousin says I write everything down because I'm afraid of no internet. Happens 2 summers so far. Smart.
I also like that Google Docs you can work on the doc offline.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next time you connect, it'll sync.
Right.
Oh my God! There. Is that the Reach, Adega? Whoa! I need to read that.
What?
Finishing fantasy
Donna is
history
very
story.
excited.
That sounds really cool.
Yes.
Beyond dimensions.
I like it.
I'm excited for that.
About 2 people
That
beyond
sounds
dimensions.
right up my alley. That sounds awesome.
Is that the reach?
Everybody's excited about it.
Awesome.
Let's,
Yeah, I did this, yeah.
yes, doll.
Woo!
Yes, it is. I know. All right, this is pretty
That's
cool.
cool.
Precious Cousin says Blackouts. La Monique writes Christian books. Recently branched out to YA. Have a series about my life turned fiction. Book one's called Poor Little Mixed Girl.
What a great play on
Oh.
that.
That's a really nice play. Yeah.
Yeah, play. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. I love that. That's great. Very, very nice. All right, so we have gotten back to Doll's comments. I think we should start off with a 5-minute sprint. We have got to get going and make some progress today. All right, so let me go ahead and pull this up. Only have one open now besides StreamYard because I think you guys know that I was a robot. Ooh, that was fast. Who needs an introduction? Let's do our 5-minute warm-up. All right, here we go. We'll be back in 5 minutes to chit-chat some more, but let's go ahead and get our 5-minute sprint going. Here we go. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see. Who did I mute? I think I muted Robert. All right, there we go. It's all self-muted. All right. Glad to see you all. All right, this is funny. Oh, Michelle must have left us for a second. All right, so here, I'll switch everybody around. Ta-da. Very nice. Okay, good. How did that go? Everybody save. This will be the theme of the day. Save, 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 save. Oh my goodness gracious. JL says stuck again. Oh my goodness gracious. Kelly's here. Hey Kelly. We're very glad to see you today. Allie's here. Hello, Allie. Glad you guys made it today. So we had talked last week about doing our little like promo sprints today, where we do our writing sprints, but we also talk about a sort of publishy kind of topic. And CO Savvy, who is not yet here today, had wanted to talk about selling foreign rights. So do you guys want to do that this week, or do you want to save it for next week? I kind of want to get Carrow's take on it, and she had to work today.
I want to get Carrow's take on it.
Yeah. All right.
Me
so
too.
let's save that topic for next week, and we'll talk about it then. But basically, and I've sold foreign rights for both fiction and nonfiction. It's pretty much the same both ways, but like I said, I'm really interested to get Carol's take as well. So, okay, all right, since we're all in agreement, we will do that. Precious decided to work on a short story. Fantastic. Mary Wimbley spent the sprints hunting for my whole punch. I'm curious about that. So I will always put my manuscript in a notebook, right? I've got it like in a big notebook so that I can edit it on paper, and also it's easier to keep control of in the pool. So I don't know why I felt needed. It's easier to manage in the pool. Then you're like, well, that seems like important information. All right, save it. Let's save it for her. There we go. Save it. All right, promoting books is a great topic. Okay, well, all right, so that's what we will do. Next week, we're going to talk about foreign rights, because the great thing about foreign rights is that is just free money. You've already done the project. You're not really expected to promote the book in a foreign country, because you probably don't speak the language, except for Doll, who speaks every language.
Not true.
Or is currently learning
all
that
but
language.
one.
Yeah, exactly. But so that's kind of nice. The book sort of sinks or swims on its own merits. Sometimes the publisher gets really excited about it and they'll put a lot of money into it. Sometimes they just kind of throw it out into the world. But either way, it's money that you didn't know you were going to get, and that you don't really have to work significantly harder to get, unless you're doing foreign rights as an indie, and then it's got to be a lot more complicated. So, but let's chat. We're going to chit chat about that next week. Mm-hmm. All right. JL is excited to talk about promoting books. So, all right. Everybody's so quiet today. Is that just me?
No, it's because my laptop is being a freak.
So what should we talk about today?
What's the topic for today? Yeah.
Robert, always asking the important questions. Yeah. So I feel like this is our first stream since I don't know what this. I have such a short memory that I saw this comment. I'll bring it up in a second. I think maybe we should talk about Camp Nano, because we have a lot of people who are doing it and a lot of people who aren't. So let's talk a little bit about the progress with that. Mary says, "Oh my God, I just opened my desk drawer and there it was."
Kabam!
Yay!
Ta-da! Nice. I now remember it was the hole punch. So that was good. But that would make a really interesting short story prompt, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Or like one of those 140 character stories. Yeah.
The Gremlins borrowed it.
Exactly. So I think we talked about this before, but we do have some new folks with us today. So who is doing Camp Nano and who is not doing Camp Nano? Okay. Doing it. So Sako Sacco and Michelle are full on doing it. Story detective Robert Jones has would you say like a toe in?
There's sort of a toe in. I mean, I am
How
right.
far?
Will I get done this month?
Okay.
I did during the last camp finish this first draft of this manuscript, but this one I'm not sure whether it'll get finished or not because there's things to be worked out, and I'm not going to rush.
Right. And you're doing you're in the middle of a second draft, which of course that's like first draft, you want to get all that stuff on paper. But as you said, in a second draft, you're kind of noodling on things and trying to figure out how they all work together and developing characters. And so it's not really a camp kind of a project, I would think. I don't know. Maybe
exactly.
I think it would be.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. Who disagrees with me? Sacco, you think it is a camp project?
Absolutely.
And do a second draft? Tell us why.
Because you can track by editing, or you can track by, if you're going by the site, which I don't really, but they encourage you to either spend it editing or spend it fast drafting a first draft.
For camp, you can do like how many hours you work. Yes.
How many hours?
So it could have been a camp.
How many pages? Okay. Yeah. It's a lot more lax. It's a lot more lax than more lax
than regular NaNoWriMo. See, every time I come to this stream, I learn something new. So I was thinking it was sort of like just the summer version of regular NaNoWriMo. And I think the last time I did camp, that was kind of how I rolled it. So, all right, fantastic. Novelist Allie, doing it kind of reluctantly. Why are you reluctant if you're doing it, and why do it if you're reluctant?
I am just plain out not doing it.
Yeah, you're not a nano person in general.
I work at my own pace. I don't like the pressure of that whole thing.
Yeah. I feel like you're really consistent with your writing. So like every month is nano for you.
Yeah.
So why bother?
Why bother? So long
it's not so. I'm not a word count kind of person. I am finish the scene chapter, finish the thing kind of person. I don't care how many words that was. I mean, one of my best short stories is one of the shortest. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, definitely my best-selling book of all my books is the shortest, which is interesting. I think to me, it's always interesting because I swear to God, after that book, which was again, best-selling book that I've ever had, every publisher every time has said, oh, we want this to be long. Like with every subsequent book, we want it to be longer. We want it to be longer. Oh. And I always thought that was a terrible mistake because one of the things that I heard over and over again was like, oh, I love the fact that this was so short. It was like 20,000 words. So,
that's lovely.
Yeah. It was nonfiction. So that, that's all. That was what I had to say. Like I did not have 70,000 words worth of stuff to say. Okay, so Mary's. Oh, sorry, I went to Monique. Not doing it. Always busy every time. Hopefully, I can finally participate this November.
I think that's why they choose November. Is like, can you do a daily habit, even though there is like a maelstrom of stuff going on?
Right. We're having microwave turkey this year. No, I'm kidding. I have mixed feelings because I have done some nano projects where it goes great. It becomes the book, and I'm delighted. And then I have the one that I'm working on now. I worked on over nano. I feel like I've had to go back and essentially rewrite the whole thing, and that's not common for me. And so I don't know if that was just nano or kind of me where I was at the time, but so I have mixed feelings about it, though I think I might do it this year. I'm not sure. All right, kind of reluctantly, Mary says, I'm not doing it this time, same as Dahl, don't like the pressure of it, and I'm not a word count person either. I kind of need my word count just to keep me on track, I have to say. Although you can also do hours. Like you just have, for me, I need some sort of accountability.
If you have an outline, you can keep yourself on track by chapters, by scenes, by development of characters.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be the word count.
Yeah,
I
Claude does it by counting scenes.
That's a great thing. I'm looking
and I
at
might
this.
implement that. I like because I am very scene driven. Like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this done, and then I'll do the word count.
Yeah,
You know, just for shits and giggles. But
I think this is a great idea because, and if I were you, Claude, if you haven't already, I would add in there where you're writing, what you said, time of day, that kind of thing. So because that will help you track not only which streamer gives you the highest word counts, and now I've got to we've got to get another sprint in. I gotta be Claude's number one, baby. Not
Oh no.
I thought it was
that
me.
show you. Oh, did I just go away? That
Yeah.
show you like when you're most productive. So
right.
all right. Now I feel inclined that we better hurry up and get another sprint on the books because I have to be. I'm very competitive, as you guys know. I'm going to have to.
So the gremlins got me, then Lisa.
It's been a while since
no.
I've been on the
Okay.
stream.
All right.
You guys are just gonna
We
have to
are
brace
gonna.
yourselves.
Yeah.
For the
I
gremlins.
know, right? Amy, oh my gosh. You brought them with you today. Okay. We are going to move into another 20-minute sprint. Hopefully.
Amy, do the honors, please.
Oh
Yeah.
sure. Okay.
All right. Hold on.
Screen, or the screen. They're not over here yet.
Wait, what?
The gremlins are attacking your
The
side.
gremlins.
Oh.
Yeah, just that side of the screen.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I can't
Place your
even.
bets if Michelle and Sako start having having errors during this next stream. During the next sprint.
All right. He said not to see who has more words. Well, I don't know. Now that I know that, I can't unknow it. I'll try. I'll have to either make sure that you have a good time, which we always try to do, or that you write a lot of words. But hopefully both, right? All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and do our first 20-minute sprint. We are due anyway. Amy, would you like to take us out? Give us some pep talk, please.
Sure. All right. Happy Monday, everybody. Here's the beginning of your Monday motivation. We're here to have a good time and write some words. I'm not really good at these pep talks, but I really obnoxious sprint sound. So brace yourselves.
We're braced.
Okay. Yeah. We're going to do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Sprint!
Okie dokie. Let's get rid of this one.
Yeah, we're back.
Yay. All right, here we go. Let me see who So I did try to sneak over from one, I don't know what it is. You know, like on our router, we have like a 2G and a 5G. And I went from the 2G to the 5G. So hopefully I won't like robot out anymore. We'll see. You guys let me know if it's worse or better. So, all right, here we go. Shannon's here. Hello. We're very glad to see you today. Very, very nice. Awesome. Very good. So how did everybody do on our first 20-minute sprint?
Little bit of research.
Good. All right. Fantastic. Michelle, how about you?
Good. I made a lot of progress on I guess it's the fourth scene in the beach. Yeah.
Excellent. Fantastic. All right. How about you, Amy?
I did pretty good. I've recently figured out how to coordinate all the different social media profiles for Mad Raptor on the ClickUp so that everybody else can see it. So like the newsletter people can input and the blog people can input. And I'm not going to lie, I feel like a badass. I was like, oh, hell yes. It took me, I was really, really sick from February all the way up until about May. So I basically didn't work. But somewhere around January, I got the idea. And then a couple of weeks ago, it just sort of hit me. I was like, oh, hey, I can put a list in a list in a list. And so it's awesome. And I'm so proud of myself. And I want to just show everybody, like, look what you can do with ClickUp so everybody can see it. So
That's
I
awesome.
already bragged to the boss and to the other people that were important. Like, oh, yeah, look what I did.
Fantastic.
It's beautiful. So I've been kicking butt on filling that in for the rest of July. That way it can all just be copy pasted into Buffer.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Story Detective, how did you do on our last sprint?
I read over some notes and started making some adjustments with dialogue and voice. And that's something that I've been playing with lately as far as my craft book and presenting it to people in a way that they can understand, because it's such a common mistake when you read dialogue, especially with newer writers, how everybody sounds the same because it sounds different in their head. But Dal mentioned the key earlier when she said word choice. It's all the choice of words that they're going to use that give an impression. So when I'm reading books, or even when I get somebody on the phone that might be an interesting character, I'm putting it on speaker and making notes, and you have to get down where people are all types of people, from upper class to middle class. They all have different inflections, and doing a piece like this, have a period piece, which is Sherlock Holmes, which I'm trying to get some of the canon, but also do my own version of Sherlock Holmes. So as Conan Doyle's franchise, and mixing it with the series that I have for my own franchise, and also figuring out all the extra characters who aren't necessarily English and what they would sound like in the period. So it's been some very interesting research over the past couple of weeks.
Historical fiction is not a genre that you can rush to publication.
Yeah.
No, that's true. Well, and especially with Sherlock, because you have some parts of Sherlockian, is that how you say it? Canon that are out of copyright, right? But then some are still in copyright. Is that?
There's a couple of stories that they're still fighting over.
Yeah. I know there was, I don't remember if we talked about this, but there was the, it was a short series about Sherlock Holmes' sister. I can't remember what it was called. Somebody in the chat, if you guys can remember. It just was fairly recently, over the pandemic, I think. And the girl who starred in it was the person who played, the actress who played Seven in
Oh yeah.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about. What's the series? The other series with the upside down and the
Stranger Things.
Thank you, Stranger Things. So that girl played in this a much
Enola.
different role in this sort of take on Sherlock. And there was some trouble. They were sued by the estate because they said, right. But because they had a certain characteristic of Sherlock that was pre this or post that, and it was like this whole big thing.
The way I saw it worded was the estate was suing because they made Sherlock have feelings.
Right. Yes, that was it.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah, that was interesting.
The
Yes.
estate has sued before because of these couple of stories, and the judge ruled against them and said Sherlock Holmes is public domain.
Mm-hmm.
They said that that's not going to stop them from suing because they want to get the rights back to Sherlock Holmes because he's becoming more popular, and they let it slip. They were completely shoddy. When I was first going to do my initial story, I was going to work with the estate because I thought that's what you had to do. And this was several years ago. I'm not sure who's in charge now, but the person I spoke to, first it was her husband, then she had the rights, and then everybody was saying they were difficult to work with. And then I found out most of it was public domain anyway. They never got back to me. They're like, oh yeah, my husband had rights to this and he's such a beast of a man. If you slipped him $50, he might have read your proposal and things like this. And I'm like, these people are failing. They're not even direct line to Conan Doyle. They're like, they're not even like by blood. They're just like people that married into his family. And they're
trying to keep that copyright going for a while. I have mixed feelings about this, about copyrights. Like, as far as I'm concerned, if you write it, then your family should benefit from it for all eternity. But other people feel completely differently about it. And I think there are really valid arguments on both sides. Like, as an author, I want my family to benefit from, in the event that something I write is still relevant in 200 years, I would like my family to be the beneficiaries of that.
If the state wanted to make money, what they should do is open up a thing where they could take submissions on Sherlock Holmes stories and make some kind of a decent deal with the writers and say, okay, you write Sherlock Holmes stories through us, you can, and that's a way to get copyright at least attached to those current stories.
Right.
Don't look at everybody's story when it was public domain and say, I'm going to sue you for this, that, and the other thing, and make you like an asshole. So.
Ooh, salty today. All right, let's talk about how that's funny. Oh, I didn't ask you, Sako. How did you do in the Let's Sprint? Love that.
I did some self-care, and I'm doing this like 365 questions to ask your character sort of questionnaire, which is helping me flesh her out and also write stories about her. And yeah.
Interesting. All right. Fantastic. Very, very good. I just did a little writing and tried to figure out what was going on with my internet that makes me periodically sound like a robot.
I
also
uninstalled a couple of programs that I'm not using anymore, and I'm like, let's see if that works.
Oh, that sometimes helps. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Let's go to the chat. Claude got 562 words on that sprint. Very nice. Novelist Allie got 132 words plus research. Very, very nice. Precious Cousins, making my characters for a short story. Awesome. Fantastic.
I love character generation. It's my favorite.
Love that. All right. I said, that's interesting. I love the beginnings. And I love the ends. Middles, Okay. Mary says, rearrange my pens and markers again. Trying to reduce my tendency to be distracted by my own stuff crowding around me, while at the same time keeping the stuff I use all the time accessible. That is always a challenge.
I think that's where I get an advantage as a blind person, because I don't look at things. I just work on what I have to work. It's like, that's it.
That's true. That's true.
I think it's really interesting that you like the beginnings and endings, whereas I'm like character generation and all the things that happen to them in the middle. And
I do I like those parts as well, but like my favorite,
but like your bread and butter, like your
My favorite part is the shiny new book. Yeah, shiny new book idea, not a shiny. Well, I also like shiny new books. All right. Dawdling Writer says, no words, that Sprint did make lunch and a boba green tea to keep me going.
Boba green tea. Hell yeah.
Can I say, I have had so many people say, oh, boba tea, you have to try it. It's delish. So I went and I tried some boba tea, and I may be the only person in the universe, but I thought it was terrible.
My dad hates it.
I like it.
You can get all kinds of different boba in it as well.
I know.
So
it was
if you don't like tapioca, then you can get.
I do. I love tapioca, but apparently not in my tea. So it's funny because
I'm with Lisa in this. I mean, I enjoy it. I do. But it's like an acquired taste, and it's not all the time. And it's like, it's like very, very special occasions. So I can enjoy it, but it's not something I voluntarily go for.
And I usually don't have. I see that, doll. I usually do not have like issues with consistency of food. Like I love avocado, and I don't know what are other things people don't like. I love. I don't mind. Cottage cheese. I like cottage cheese. So I don't have any like consistency issues, generally speaking. And I like the taste of the tea, but the little boba pearls would just, they come right up the straw with you, and they're
that's the goal. Chew your tea. That's the whole point.
I just couldn't do it. Like I was, even when you try to like pull your straw out really far to just get the tea at the top. No, they're so lightweight they just go right up.
It's an acquired taste. It really is an acquired taste.
Not a fan. But I'm glad so many people like it. So what were we going to say, Robert?
I had it with tapioca and with a little fruit flavored. It was a different experience. And the first time I had the tapioca, I liked it. The tea was good, and there was just the right amount of the tapioca in there. The second time, maybe the tapioca was cooked differently because it was extra. And they put a ton of it in that you, like you said, you couldn't get a drink without getting like 2-3 of these tapioca balls. Were so gummy. They did here, they ruined it.
That is true. It will depend on how it's made and the amount of boba they put in there. It has a kind of science, like everything, it's like a recipe. If you fail, you ruin it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad other people love it. I did hear that there was a pandemic shortage of boba because they had become so popular and it was harder to find. But I think they've resolved that now. So, all right, I'm glad we've settled that. Lamonique says made it near the end of the document for another round of editing. Yay! Good job. Very nice. Mary says Enola Holmes. Yes, that was it. Mary also says Millie Bobby Brown, which I believe is the name of the actress. Is that right or no?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, they did we loved it. We watched it. I thought it was very clever and fun. But I don't know as much about I do not know as much about Sherlock Holmes as Robert by any stretch of the imagination. And so I liked it. I thought it was quite fun and clever.
I heard good things.
Yeah, I thought it was very fun.
Marvel Comics or Star Wars, if people are putting out stuff that's making Sherlock Holmes popular, that should benefit you if you put out your own stories and have some kind of connection.
Write new content.
They're not content themselves. They need to find a way. But don't sue the other people, because those people have brought Sherlock Holmes into the modern age and made him popular again. It's to benefit everybody. If you start suing them and nobody can do it except for through you, they're going to be the type of people that's going to say you can only do Holmes a certain way, and it's going to be very limited.
Right.
Mine. It's the mine mentality that with open source stories basically that why can't we all enjoy the same pot,
Well, because it's not legal in every state. Okay, here we I'm sorry, I couldn't.
You're not taking me. You're not taking me out. No.
I couldn't just leave that one here today. Oh, am I frozen? Oh, there she is. Hi, Heather. Very nice to see you. I'm sure Heather is prepping for Elsa today. Now, I always buy like the end of May. I always make sure that we have just a ton of water stored up for, because you know the hurricanes are going to come.
Your hurricane system. Yeah.
Right. I'd rather have it like stored in my garage than, because you know you're going to drink it later. Sharon's here. Hello, Sharon. We're very glad to see you.
Hi, Sharon.
All right, JL says, for my supernatural thriller, my killer taunted his victim with the tune Mandy. As in Barry Manilow, Mandy. Legally, I needed permission to use the lyrics, and when it got ridiculous, I altered my book to stay within copyrights. But yeah, you can use a couple of lines. You can't use the whole song. I know, because I had a song, I can't remember what the song was, but I had a song that was quoted in one of my books, but you can only, I think you can't use any more than like 4 lines, or I don't remember what it was. That is hilarious.
I want to know more about that. I want to know more about that because I can't write without music, and music inspires so much of my work. I wish I could use it, but I'm afraid of, You
can't put the whole thing in, but you can put in just sort of a couple of lines to illustrate your point. And I like when I had done it, because I remember going back and forth with the publisher on this. When I did it in, I think it was 15 minutes, but I don't remember. I'll have to check which book. I quoted like a Brad Paisley song, which is funny because I never listen to country music, but a friend of mine had told me about this song and it was kind of perfect for the situation. And it was about being a celebrity. The song was about being a celebrity and how you can do anything you want. And I had originally, I think, put 6 lines in, and we had to like take it back to, I think it was 4. But
I mean, my darling, one of my favorite characters, she calls herself the Singing Reaper. So
I love that. That's awesome.
So she uses a lot of music in her inspiration for her little murder deeds. So
oh my goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. All right. So Mary has so funny. So Mary says Sonic recently came out with boba slushes. They're good, but Sonic doesn't understand what they're selling, so they give you a regular straw. And with that, I think that it's probably time to do another 20-minute sprint. We all have that in our heads now. So let me make sure I rewound this. I know, right? Oh my gosh.
Spoon with it so you can eat tapioca after that.
I know. All right. This is hilarious. Okay, so hold on. I got to share the screen. Doll, would you like to give us a pep talk today?
If my laptop allows it, of course.
Okay. All right, we're ready.
All right, my darlings. It is time to kill that procrastination and put your fingers on the keyboard. Work your magic and kill some characters, maybe. I'm sorry, I cannot do that voice all the time. She's in my head permanently now. Sorry. Right, so get ready for a sprint. You can do this and you're not alone, and don't worry. And let's just do it. 2 and 1 and sprint.
Okie dokie. Here we are. We are all back. I still hear the ocean. Even though I took the timer off, it's still going. All right. Fantastic. Very nice. Did I get everybody's? Michelle, did I mute you? No, you muted yourself. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. I just want to I just go through and randomly click anybody who's still you're still unmuted when we start the sprint. But then when we came back, I'm like, wait, did I do her? Did I do him? So I know I always do Robert. So there's that. Okay. Look who swung by. Hello, Novel Nana. Hit the like button. Thank you very much.
Hi, Bex.
Gathering up papers and clipboard to finish my big old to-do list. By putting each task on a time limit, I will hopefully make some progress today. Fingers crossed. Very nice. Right. Michael's here. Man, I could use an awesome sunny beach right now. I'm dying over here. Allie says I have a beach, just no sun. Sweet. UK isn't very warm right now. Allie says she's never lived in a beach town before. I have, and I love it. Absolutely love it. It's like my favorite thing in the universe. Yes. It is. Except
it depends. It depends on the type of beach and the climate. If it's too bright and sunny, no.
No, you know what? That's funny that you say that, because that is exactly what Heather said. It's so sunny here, but if I go to the beach, and she does have a lot of beaches close by where she lives, on a day like this, I'll probably get a migraine. I have the big movie star sunglasses on. I love it, love it. Michael says, for me, beach equals vacation. Yes, please. But wouldn't you like to live in a place where you feel like you're on vacation every day? You know how at the end of the vacation where everyone's like, oh no, we don't want to go home. We should just stay here forever. Huh?
That's where I live. That's
awesome. That is awesome. Love that. I know there is something really fabulous about living where other people go on vacation. All right. Poor Heather. So sorry about that. All right. So Michael says, yes, I definitely have all the beaches. I love it. Although, okay, so this is funny because the Horror Geek and I were having a very big discussion today about whether or not living by the beach is worth it when you have 6 months of potentially a gigantic storm wiping away your house. I say yes.
Yeah.
He does not say yes. So
Gotcha.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's not every hurricane hits every person every year, so there's that. That's bad. But, it is something to consider. And, with the whole global warming thing, it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. But still, I love it here.
These are the seasons of water and fire, depending on which coast you live on.
That's right. Oh, my gosh. It's like Game of Thrones out here.
Even East Coast, with the Smokies going up. 75% of it gone. It's rough.
It is. It's crazy out there. A lot of people don't like the glare of the sun after it clears up after a big snowfall. Oh, that's true. I remember feeling like that. So I lived in Denver for a while. I still have family in Denver, and I remember going outside being like a little kid, or even just like when you go outside when you're skiing and it's super sunny.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to go to
snow blindness.
Right. Yeah. It's so bright because it's white and it's so reflective. Yeah. All right. Lisa, you get a beach and you get a beach and you get a beach. I'm the Oprah of beaches. All right. Yes.
You just give me the one with glaciers and I will be happy.
See, I think everybody kind of has their thing. I think some people could not be any happier living, like on a golf course or living in the mountains or living, way out in the middle of nowhere with nobody around. I think
and lots of trees. That's me.
Right. Lots of trees.
Yes.
But for me, I need the sand and the salt water.
Lisa needs that paradise island kind of.
I do. All right.
You just have to be willing to compromise with the weather. I used to live on an island too, and
that's the truth, right?
Willing or not,
Yeah,
you're just
yeah,
gonna
that's
have
it. Like,
to.
right, that's true. You don't have much of a choice. Well, you can always leave, but yes.
On the coast
All right,
and the
You
Novel
can always
Nana.
leave. Yeah.
That's right. Novel Nana, thank you so much. We have such an awesome group of folks in the chat today. We have like such a good group. Thank you, Sharon, for keeping us on task. 140 words and did some summer homework with my son. I dread the summer homework, I have to say, because I feel like kids need like a break. You know, I realize that a lot of kids lose a lot of knowledge in the summer, but a lot of, especially this last year when it's been so stressful for all the kids, I feel like maybe we could go a little lighter on them.
We did
However,
summer
my
reading when I was a kid.
What?
I did summer reading when I was a kid.
I know. When I was a kid, we did that. Now they're like whole papers and assignments and 8,000 pages of math homework. Claude, 650 words, scene 7 done, 48 to go. Very nice. JL lives in a lake town. Love it. Mallory's here. Hello, Mallory. Dropping by to hit the like button. Thank you. Trying to work while the kiddos are home on break from their summer school. Very, very nice. Okay, JL says we have beaches, locks, ocean liners, lakers, foghorns, and crashing waves over docks. JL, you live in heaven? No storms like that here. All right.
So like Lake Michigan, maybe?
Maybe a big lake.
Yeah.
Is it warm where you live? I could maybe do that. All right. See, Michael says the sun can be too much for him. Also, now in the winters, that's a different story. Right,
Yeah.
Right. No school tomorrow or Wednesday. Are you? Oh, well, right. Because we have we're under. Heather and I live pretty close to each other. Like we're only like an hour apart or so, and we have we're under storm watch. Storm watch today. Not storm warning yet, storm watch. Okay, I have 5 stories I'm working on. Whew, 6. Precious cousins, I'm impressed. All right, Michael wouldn't mind living on a golf course, but I'd wear a helmet.
That's funny.
That is hilarious. We have a golf course in our community. It's like down the block. We can see all the people. I would also not want to live in a golf course. First, people are out there talking and drinking, you know, walking through your backyard. That does not feel does not feel like a good thing for me. And although a lot of them are old and so they probably can't see into your house, but I just don't think I'd like to. I like my Lanai area. I have like the house on one side and like shrub privacy on the other side, and then the water at the back. So it feels like this little private oasis out there. I wouldn't want some like guy tromping through, you know.
There's a house near me that's in the middle of a cemetery.
Oh, now the horror geek would love that. He's going to be like, is that house for sale? Because I would like to move there. He would totally love that. Oh my gosh.
I live way out in the country. Like, you know, you've heard me talk about it, way out in the country in the woods. And so the hunters who think they can hunt wherever they want, whenever they want, however they want, I can't tell you how many times I've just been standing out in the yard because I can hear them coming. And I've scared the crap out of a couple of them.
Oh my gosh.
Where they just come walking up and all of a sudden they're like, hold on, I think I'm in somebody's. Yeah, you're in somebody's yard, jackass. Keep moving.
You're going to be
it
like. It
happens on a regular basis.
I can't wear my orange bathrobe every day. Okay? You people are going to have to pay more attention. All right. Novel Nana got some stuff ticked off her list. I'm very happy about that.
That's good.
La Monique got 3/4 of the way down on my find and replace list. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay, JL's in Canada. So
right on.
Okay, right. So that sounds awesome to me. I love many, many things about Canada, except for the part where it gets really, really chilly.
That's my favorite part.
I think some people are cold weather people and some people are warm weather people.
I am.
Right?
I am.
The thing people will say often about Florida is like, oh my gosh, it's like summer all the time. You don't have any other seasons. And I go, Like it's just so.
There's
that's
some
why-
people who are super into that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like having seasons, which is
I
why
know a lot of-
DC area is great for me.
I do love DC. I used to live in Richmond. That is my second favorite place to live, actually.
Heck yeah, RVA.
Yeah, I really loved it. And the great thing about living in Virginia is that you get you're close to the beaches and you're close to the mountains, and you get all 4 seasons, but it's never really, really super cold.
Severe.
That's
Yeah.
North Carolina too. I love it.
Oh,
I mean, we're right next to each other. It's the same little chunk of the eastern seaboard.
very
Mhm.
nice. Michael says it'd be a pain mowing the lawn, though. He's talking about golf.
I would love to someday. I would love to live in Greenland.
I
Would be
believe
great.
that. Yeah, I know you'd love
I think
that.
you'd be so happy there.
Right? JL says, don't get about hunters. Me either.
Hunters, you know.
Hold on. Mallory loves storms. I'm good with rain and thunder. Bring it on, Elsa. I don't think. Okay, you guys we'll see how I did in a week. But I look at that storm and I think it does not look like it's going to be like crazy. We'll see tomorrow.
Well, because Andrew changed the house codes,
yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
nowadays, like the devastation that would happen wouldn't be nearly as bad as Andrew
Well,
was.
theoretically speaking, that would be true if we
Theoretically.
still didn't have some of those older houses that still exist. And we still have lots of wood houses or stick houses, what they call them here. We live in a stucco over cinder block house. They tend to be pretty
Right.
sturdy.
That was the new code. Yeah.
But the storms are stronger. It used to be where you maybe have, maybe a year that was a big storm and it usually went somewhere else, and it was maybe your turn every 10 years. And now you have storms constantly. They start earlier, they go later, and they're bigger and more.
Mhm.
There's more damage, and the flooding and the storm surge is what causes a ton of damage. So yeah, it's
Mhm.
and also it's been raining a lot here. And the one Elsa is kind of headed towards Tampa, which has already had quite a lot of rain, and Tampa's already pretty low, so they have a lot of risk for storm surge.
I better
right.
call my dad and see if he's okay.
Yeah, I think like we won't really know till tomorrow how bad it's going to be. JL says she's on Lake Erie. Winters are cold, but I love it. Summers are humid. Allie would miss the seasons. Our Florida summer's humid.
Yes.
Florida winters are humid. It's just humid all the time.
It's just humid all the time.
It's humid all the time, but it's good for your hair. If your hair does well in humidity, you might have non-humid. Like my hair looks the same crazy mess all the time, so I don't care. Wouldn't miss freezing. Where in Virginia do you live?
I'm in Northern Virginia.
Northern Virginia.
So I'm like, I can go 30 minutes to DC, or I can go an hour and a half down to Richmond, and I'm a lot more likely to go down to Richmond.
Yeah. That is, I loved Richmond. There are a lot of really cool things about it.
There are a lot of really cool things about it, especially the people. I love the people.
Yeah, definitely. Springs and autumns are gorgeous. I'm sure that's true. Anytime you have like tons of trees around. All right, Novel Nana says, when I lived in Florida, it was hot, but it also rained every day at least once. That's true. Especially in the summer, you get a lot of that.
Yeah.
It's humid in Bama 24/7. I think you get pretty much the same weather we do.
It's hard not to have frizzy hair. Yeah.
Yeah, we're really hot. Like warmer than it is in Alabama, but you still get like the weather's pretty similar. I'm from Michigan. Down here, it's hard not to have frizzy hair. That is so true. Monique, very humid. Monique loves storms too, as long as I'm not driving. Right? Oh my God, I hate to drive in the rain. Down south, storms can mean tornadoes. Yes.
By the
All
way,
right. Yes.
during the sprint, I looked up Enola Holmes, getting back to that subject.
Oh, let's talk that.
I used to keep up with all the Sherlock Holmes stories, but I don't anymore. I used to collect them, and they vary so greatly that you might get something really good and interesting here, and then something that's like far out space nuts over there. But Enola Holmes is based on novels written by Nancy Springer. There are 6 books. The movie is still on Netflix, and a sequel is in the works. So the Holmes crew did not work in their.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm so glad. It was. We really enjoyed it.
It was very cute.
It was, and the actress did such a great. Like she's
just awesome.
She is. She's just
so
like
talented.
talented, and just like so much charisma. Just really.
I don't think
great.
a lot of actors can pull off the whole break the fourth wall, talk to the. It can be so cheesy. You have to really do it right, and she really
nailed it. She totally nailed it. She's phenomenal. She really did such a good job in Stranger Things also.
Yeah.
I just really loved her in that. Yeah. So she's one of those people where you can just tell she's going to have kind of a big career ahead of her.
She's like an Emma Watson.
I was just thinking that. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yes, right?
I just hope Hollywood doesn't corrupt her.
Exactly. It didn't seem to corrupt Emma.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely true. Well, you guys, it is 12:57. Oh my gosh, LaMonique, I was just thinking about this. So this morning when I was checking the news to see where Elsa was, I they brought down the second part of that condo and what they were, and I had been wondering all night whether or not the people who lived there had a chance to bring a few things with them when they left. And I think they just probably all ran out feeling like, they needed to make sure and protect their lives. But apparently there were a number of animals still left in there. And I know it was heartbreaking. And they brought down the condo and people, of course, could not go back in. And there were, I think most of the pets were out, but there were some and the fire department tried, they used like the heat sensors and tried to get everybody out, all the pets out. But there were a number of people who were concerned about that. So it's just heartbreaking. Wow. I mean, on one hand, better to have your person, your family, that it's just stuff. So but it's just stuff. Yeah. It's just stuff, right? But it's hard to give up your stuff. Yeah. Yes. So, I mean, I imagine any of us, if we had the choice between life and stuff, we're all going to pick life. But yeah, it's just heartbreaking. On that really depressing note, it's time to go. So I'm sorry. I'm glad all of you are alive and I hope well. And I'm just, so stay safe, everybody. And give the people you love an extra hug today. And let's do our outros really fast before we say goodbye.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with Sako this time, and we will go around and finish up with Doll.
Howdy, neighbors. I'm Sako Toomey, also known as Cass Voigt. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. So if you are looking for videos on marketing yourself as an author, I have a playlist of just that on my channel. Please drop by sometime. I would love to see you.
Thank you. Very nice. Story Detective.
I am Robert Jones, the Story Detective. I'm also a semi-famous comic book.
Semi-famous.
So the channel takes what I learned from Story and That, which is a combination of movies and writing, and also other various forms of story.
All right.
Lockean microscope, break down the facts, give it to the viewers, and hope to make your craft journey easier. I also do tech reviews and various things coming up on the channel. As I said, it's been on hiatus for a bit, maybe a little longer than a bit, but videos and making plans probably for fall at this point, since there's a move plan there, which is probably going to happen, whether it does or not. Either around the fall, I should be back in action.
Yay! Mallory has the nicest comment. She says, "Oh, I don't want to go. Thanks for the stream. That was so sweet." We're so glad that you made it today, Mallory. And we stream the same time every week. We're here every Monday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern. So I do hope you'll come back. You are awesome. And I love that you just jumped into the conversation. It's like you're a regular already. So thank you for being here today. Amy, awesome buddy. Let's have a little outro from you.
Hi. Sorry, my outro started and interrupted Robert's outro.
Oh, no,
Alarm. I'm Amy Awesome Buddy. I'm an SEO consultant. I don't have a YouTube, but I do have a Twitter. And I think that's the extent of my outro. I'm good. Thanks. Thank you for having
And I'm
me,
already
I look
staring
forward to
at
next time.
You're going to have a website. You're going to have a YouTube. You're going to have all the things. I'm covering for Caro, just in case.
I'll be sure to let Caro know. Don't
Yeah.
back, Caro.
She'll
harass me on your hub.
She'll appreciate that. Michelle, tell us
Hi.
about you. Hi.
I'm Michelle Schusterman. I'm a middle grade young adult author. My YouTube channel is Writing Workshops, Traditional Publishing Chat, and Writing Vlogs. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you for being here as always. Doll, give us your outro.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm Books Cecil Runo, a partially blind author, also known as the Ace from Space. I write primarily sci-fi, but I'm a genre hopper who explores short stories and a little bit of poetry in different genres. If you want to hear some of my writing, you can check the short stories playlist
on her Patreon. Oh, she just disappeared, or was that me?
Oh, no.
Yeah, Patreon, right? You can check out her Patreon, or you can check out her YouTube channel, or you can check her out on social media at Doll Cecil.
Short stories in
And
my
her
YouTube channel.
Instagram is awesome.
Yay! All right,
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you guys did.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You just went out right at the big moment, and I wanted to make sure everybody got that. So yes, you can hear Doll's poetry on her YouTube channel. So Heather, thank you so much for being here. As you guys know, I'm Lisa Daly. This is my channel, and here we talk about how to write a book you're super proud of and get it published. Mallory says she'll definitely be back. Yay! Michael, thank you so much. Bye for now, and thank you for making me laugh. I'm going to imagine you mowing the golf course for the rest of the day. All right, everybody, we love you, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.